everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about how I built my wealth to $100,000 in just 5 years from my 9 to 5 job. First, let me capture the 6 steps to get there from my personal experience. Then I will explain how I did it in each individual step in this video. So 6 steps included to get into build wealth to $100,000. Those 6 steps include use traditional way to complete a career goal by going to school. You can use modern route by going to be an entrepreneur, but for me, the best option was to use the traditional route. Number 2, select a career for the right job market. Number 3, find way to earn more money. Number 4, willing to work in any position and overtime if needed when you don't know what other side hustle you can do. Number 5, do not trade time for less money unless you do it for your happiness or to gain experience or learn about the company you want to work for. Number 6, be persistent in putting money away into an investment account as soon as possible. I will also show you how to stock away some money each month to reach to $100,000. How I build my wealth from $200 to $100,000 in just 5 years from my 5 to 9 job. It is not easy. It takes commitment and self-motivation. It takes constant reminder and sacrifice, but I did not lose my happy moment, and I still have my vacation time on my budget. I actually use a traditional route to complete my career by selecting a major, and my first major was not my final major. I first picked teaching. Teaching was my first major. I want to teach as high school student. I went to school for 2 years just to get the feel of that major, and that's when I waste a little bit time for that major. Then I realized that this major was not for me because teaching as a teacher is very competitive career and also very small market for me. The future outlook as a teacher is not suitable for me. I like science and I am fascinated about science. I like biology, chemistry, microbiology, and math. I start looking into the major that fit this interest. At that time, becoming a healthcare worker was the second career option on my list. I wanted to be a pediatric doctor or OBGYN doctor. I had a goal to be in the medical field. This goal was way before I had a kid and a family. Fast forward, I was not able to reach that goal. However, I was able to become a registered nurse working in a healthcare services. I completed the BSN program and with loan $23,000, but then I paid it off after I graduated. How did I get there and build my wealth from scratch? The second step is to select a career for the right job market. Nursing job offering variety of position in healthcare industry. I learned that I can be in any position. Unlike teaching position is very limited to where I can work. A registered nurse can work anywhere. It can work in emergency department, pediatric floor, ICU, med-surg, oncology unit, clinic or mobile clinic, a nurse consultant, and in correctional setting or fire camp, school nurse, travel nurse, flight nurse, public health evaluator, nursing investigator, nursing administrator, nurse instructor, infection control nurse, program review nurse, insurance company nurse, and so many other positions that offer. So I see this as an opportunity for me to get into this field. I can actually find a job and I never going to be losing job because people constantly sick, and regardless where they live or regardless their age, they're going to be sick, and the hospital going to be open. Now we focus more into preventive care, so this a little bit more torch to needing nurse even more. The second step is find way to earn more money. I did many jobs during school just to earn more money, so I did side hustle. I work as assistant manager, I work as a cleaner, I work as a cashier, I work as a utility clerk. So I do what I can to actually help myself pay for school, pay for the material that needed to study. Yes, I do have someone to help me, but I depend on myself more. I learned that I am good in biology and chemistry, so I decided to work as a school tutor And I also do a private tutoring to students who can actually pay me an hourly, just to explain it to them, or can read their paragraph or their essay, anything related to science. I also can help them as well. I'm willing to work in any position and overtime if needed when I did not know what other side hustle I can do at that time. So when the old couple call me, they want me to come to their house, clean the door, clean the window. I do that too. It's take me like 2 or 3 hours, but also they pay very well. And I have to report those income to the IRS. Then I do it as a self-employed. Besides doing this side hustle, I actually do some other learning just to help myself by volunteering in a hospital during my off time. Number 4, never too late to invest. Start invest early, never too late. I did not have money right away to start investing, and every dollar that I earn, I use it for a very meaningful way. For example, pay my utility and pay for the book material, because nursing program is very expensive, especially book. Some books it could be like $150 to $200, and some the serial book it could be $300 to $500. So I was not able to afford those. So I have to do some side hustle to afford those book. I did not have enough money to have stocked it away and start investing. Did I regret that I did not invest early at young age? I would say no. I would say now no, and I would say in the past no. I started investing late in the game and appreciate my young self did everything to get me here, because my young self did made a clear path for me and make the right decision for me. After I did many physical side hustle, I had only $200 in my bank account. I did not have any emergency fund at that time. I just lived paycheck to paycheck. I did earn some money from my side hustle, but those money did not have much saved up, and as well as not much money. I trade my time for those cash to pay for some essential need, and I did not depend on anybody. I was very independent. I started investing when I was 29 years old. I did not have any emergency fund at all at that time. I started invest $25 and learned more about investing from my nursing instructor. He was the only nursing instructor who taught me how to invest, and he taught his student to invest into the retirement account. After 2 years, I was able to pass my nursing license and got a full-time permanent position in a hospital as a registered nurse. I worked 36 hours a week or 144 hours a month. I was on top of my world, on top of my game. I was so happy that I can earn more money. I also donate my first salary to a hospital that gave me a scholarship when I was in a nursing program for $4,000 just to cover my tuition and also buy some book material. I was also able to put away some money into a 401k and a 457 that offered by my hospital and get the matching from the employer. I didn't count those money as my money that I put it away. I was 30 years old. After maxing out my 401k and 457, I invested the extra cash into the brokerage account. I started with $100 a week. 5 years later, the Vanguard account started growing, and the number from $100, $200 to $100,000. I do not trade time for less money unless I do enjoy doing it, or I wanted to gain some experience as well as want to work for that company. So what I did, I was volunteering for a hospital during the weekend as a care corp, and I work in an emergency room. I work in a variety department, medical record, help desk, and medical surgical, pediatric. So I'm doing those kind of a volunteer because I want to see the hospital, the setup, and then what other nursing and also doctor doing in the hospital, because I was not graduated yet at the time. Then when I graduated, I realized that they already know me. Now I got offered a job. After I applied, the first day, the second day, they called me and they just gave me a job. And number 6, be persistent in putting money into an investment account. How I successfully stock away $1,500 a month was my persistent action and commitment to make that goal as my priority. I used to live below my mean and less than $30,000 a year. I did not blow my hard-earning money from nursing job to buy a new house, new car, new toy. I continued to live below my mean, continued to live a one-bedroom apartment, and drive the same car, the 1990 Celica. I still love that car. And I live close to the hospital. The apartment that I rented was $500 a month and very close to the hospital. I can actually just walk to the hospital. But normally I just drive because it's more safer at nighttime after I get out of work. So I can just drive from hospital and then go to my apartment. So I used to live below my mean, less than $30,000. After I put away $1,500 a month, I needed to save $100 a month, some month, not every month, to buy my nursing uniform. I set that as the second priority. I had a whiteboard inside my bedroom and I wrote it down, you can do it, $1,500 a month. And then by the second one, okay, I wrote it $100 this month to buy uniform. And then I wrote a little bit, okay, $20 each week. And sometimes I wrote $25 each week. And some month I wrote, if I want a shoe, the shoe that's cost me like $35, I wrote $10 a week. So those $10 will go into that can in front of the TV, and I will put it in there, and by the end of 4 weeks, I have enough money to buy the uniform. So this is be persistent in putting money into an investment account. Now, the next step is make a real commitment to get yourself there. As I mentioned it before, so make sure you have the commitment, but make sure you know the step to get there. You can have a can, you can have a piggy bank in there, somewhere that can remind you to save cash, and put it in there so you can use it. And also, I offer the way to get $100 budget by telling my boss I am available, and my availability is from certain time frame. For example, I will be available every Friday and Thursday, and I ask my boss if they need me, they can call me, I can be here. I can do a lunch break coverage nurse, because sometimes they hire a coverage nurse for 2 hours to 4 hours just to cover people for lunch. And that time I take the opportunity because a lot of departments like med-surg, ER, emergency room, ICU, pediatric floor or OB floor, as well as oncology, they need people to cover their staff for lunch break. So they will call me. Sometimes I go to ER to cover people, and sometimes I go to med-surg, sometimes I go to pediatric, sometimes I go to OB. So was a float nurse. I can do I have skill from a different department, so I was able to cover them. Now let me tell you how I start with $200 to $100,000. So after I do everything I can, the money that left over in my pocket, my bank account was $200. And after I know that my goal is to make sure I have $1,500 every month stock away. After I max out my employer matching 401k, I automated deposit $1,500 into a Vanguard account every month. Regardless my various monthly salary due to the low sensor patient low sensors, I continue to make sure that I deposit $1,500 every month into a retirement account. Working in a hospital, not every day you're gonna have 100 patients with let's say med-surg, 5 to 1 nurse, and ER will be 4 patients to 1 nurse. We never have that kind of a ratio. Sometimes some day we have many patients, and then they will call you for extra. But sometimes with the low sensor, you will be sent home. So regardless of the pay that I get, so every month, sometime after tax, I get paid only $3,000. Sometimes I get paid $4,000. Before tax, I can get paid $5,000 or up to $7,000. It depends, working overtime. So regardless of, how much money I'm gonna earn every month, I make sure that I put away $1,500 into a retirement account that I already planned out. Now, if you put $1,500 every month, For 12 months, you will have $18,000 a year. So this is what I did. I put $1,500 every month for 12 months, and then for 1 year, I have $18,000 in my account. $18,000 a year times 5 years, I get $90,000. So this is what I did. Every year, I accumulated my principal into the investment account, and 5 years multiplied to $90,000. Now, what happened to the $10,000? The $10,000 I was getting was from dividend and capital gain. So those 5 years, I earned 10% of what money that I put it in. The $10,000 is earning with the investment account. This is very important because the early you invest into the account, the money you're gonna grow, as it either come from dividend or come from the capital gain. So this is what I did to my investment. I did it every month, 1,500 times 12 months is 18,000 a year. 18,000 a year times 5 years, I get $90,000. I can do it, you can do it. So it is important for us to do this because we don't have other way to invest. You can buy a real estate property, but it's not the same. You probably have to manage it. And for me, the best way to invest is to stock away the money and trying to select the right vehicle for my money to grow, either an index fund or either a mutual fund. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and click a like button. Also, please comment below, and I would like to hear your comment on this video. Thank you. Have a good day.